everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be answering your questions. Last week I asked, it was like in a very short 2 to 3 minute video of like kind of like an update with my collection and stuff for Q&A. So and then back in March, before I went to Asia, I was actually asked a few questions because I was going to do a Q&A video, but before my trip I didn't have time, so I will be answering it now, and I'm so sorry for the delay. But so first question is from Miss Panders 10. She says, "Hi Kat, I enjoy your videos and see you have a love for handbags." Sorry, I'm reading off my phone here. "My question for you is, what do you think of the Lady Dior in the lambskin medium size?" So lately, what I've seen in the handbag community is that the Lady Dior has been really kicking off. Like, it has been like Dior in general has been slowly hitting it off in the luxury community, and I do love Dior personally. Like, I think Dior is a whole another level of design when you compare it to like Louis Vuitton and Chanel and stuff. I would say like Dior is a little bit more daintier, a lot more ladylike, a lot more like it doesn't go too far on like the crazy design side. It stays classic. It tries to be classic. Because you see Chanel and Louis Vuitton, they are like totally out there. They even create bags that are like ugly and funky, but in a sense they're kind of cool. But Dior, they like to stay in the very classic, I guess, design, because I don't know, when you think of Christian Dior, you just think of classiness, simple design. You don't really think of the edginess and everything that even like Chanel and Louis Vuitton and other designers try to give. But for the Lady Dior, I was actually like a long time ago, like when I was deciding what my holy grail would be, was to get a Lady Dior, and I'm glad I actually held back to get the Lady Dior because I've read and I've seen reviews on the Lady Dior that the zipper is a kind of like a concern, and I actually like don't mind that the concern that the zipper is kind of tight to get into. But another concern that I have is that when in the resale market, it doesn't sell that well. On Fashion File and UV's Closet, I usually see it for like, I don't know, 1/3 of the price that it's worth. So that I'm kind of like iffy on. Another thing for me that that kind of deters me away from the bag is that the handles. The handles are quite awkward, and if for I think in my luxury addict tag video, I actually mentioned that I like my handbags to have a nice, sturdy, strong handle. And from the wear and tear that I've seen on the Lady Dior, specifically in lambskin, is that I don't know if I could show you like an example, but for example, the Lady Dior has two leathers sewn together. So just like the glazing here from Louis Vuitton, eventually like it will start to tear over time because it is very, very thin. Now just like imagine yourself gripping that very, very thin like handle and the edging just kind of like tearing apart. I really don't like that. And because it's lambskin, and with my experience with lambskin, I really do not want it as a handbag, especially for the money, for $5,000 and up. I would rather get it in patent leather. Now, patent leather, like, to be honest with you, I am not a fan of as a handbag because to me it kind of looks like a squish toy for kids or for dogs or something, because it's just, I don't know. And especially in the Canage quilting, it just makes it look more like a little children's, I guess, little poofy squish toy or book thing, kind of like what Charles Gross said like a while back in a couple of his videos or something. But then again, he said that Dior quality is amazing, and I totally like agree with him that Dior quality is really good. I only have one item from Dior, and that is my zip around metallic pink card case. I don't use that very often because I'm realizing that I was actually using it pretty rough, and the metallic color is actually rubbing off a little bit just on the sides. But other than that, it's still in great condition. I really love it. It's gorgeous. I would love to find like a matching Dior Canage handbag to match that, but again, I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. But I really like. So I would say I would not get that Dior Lady Dior handbag personally, but if I were to get it, like if it was the only option, I would definitely get it in like a mini size or like the next size up from the mini. I think it's a medium. I could be wrong, but yeah, and I would just strictly not use the little handles. I would strictly use the crossbody strap, only because I really don't want to ruin the handles itself. But the one Dior handbag I'm really looking into, and Sophie Shohet, she actually got this bag recently. She got a blue one, and it's almost like a Chanel walled on chain and a Chanel square mini or rectangle mini hybrid, where you have the turn lock, but you have like the straight flap, but it's you can fit a lot more stuff than in the Chanel walled on chain. I don't know what it's called, but it is a Lady Dior. It is part of like the Canage quilting line. And the price for that is actually really amazing. I asked, I think like a couple weeks ago with Rachel. Hi Rachel, if you're watching, because we went to the Dior boutique on Saks Fifth Avenue, and I asked how much it was for, and for that bag, I couldn't believe it. It was $2,400 for that bag. It's literally bigger than than the wall on chain. So that's actually a bag I'm actually maybe considering getting next time. But again, knowing me, I am really wish-washy right now. So sorry for the long answer. That is my answer for that question. So the next one here is from Snape HBP. She asks, if you weren't into luxe goods, what do you think your passion would be? Something to collect, for example. That's really hard because I don't know if you would consider like Sephora to be luxury, because they have a lot of like mid-tier like Too Faced and Urban Decay makeup, and even Makeup Forever and NARS, and then they have like the really luxury stuff like Guerlain and Dior makeup and stuff like that. However, like makeup expires, so and I find that specifically with makeup, I'm changing my look all the time. So I wouldn't say that's my other like passion to collect, but not necessarily to collect, but what my other passion to do is really portrait drawing. I really loved it from high school, and I still do. I haven't drawn since, oh my god, like 2 years ago, the portrait drawings. I posted, or not posted, but I drew like realistic charcoal drawings, black and white, of like celebrities or just like portraits of people. So yeah, and like the most recent, like, yeah, that would have to be my passion. If I wasn't into luxury, I would totally go full out on like portrait drawing and stuff. And it's really zen, because I don't know, as a person who does this stuff, you're there by yourself. You're just really into the zone on perfecting your drawing. I don't know, and also like I guess it's my way of like the adult coloring thing, because it's supposed to like cure anxiety and stress and whatnot. And with my job and the way that the industry that I'm in is like, it can be very very stressful and time consuming. So just getting into the zen and zone of drawing is really like another passion of mine. And if money wasn't a concern, and like if I could make a lot of money out of being a portrait drawer, then I would totally do it. But um, unfortunately, yeah. So sorry. So next one from Vivian underscore Sing 9122. In your current collection, what is your favorite bag? If you could have any bag in the world, what would it be? So obviously, my favorite bag is my Chanel Jumbo Classic Flap, and that would honestly be the only bag if in my collection, if that was the only option. Um, but aside from that, if I didn't have my Holy Grail handbag, that's a real tough one, because it would have to be something from my Chanel collection, either my Boy or my Square Mini, because those are the other handbags I absolutely love. I mean, I love my Louis Vuittons, but Chanel is really my number one like favorite designer of all time. Louis Vuitton, I just grew into loving it, but I still don't have the love as I do for Chanel. Um, but yeah, that it would have to be either my Boy or my Square Mini. At this rate, probably my Square Mini, because I'm using it the most, and it just goes with everything. It just exudes everything that I am, from like not so much luxury but also small. Um, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So the next question, this is the last question from my friend Rachel, chalchal underscore xz on Instagram. What's your boyfriend's thoughts on your handbags? Also, after the Alma bracelet incident, will you purchase anything else from LV? I do like their bags, but hate their services and quality. And then she also asked another question: have you decided which bag or SLG to get in Asia? So, like, to answer that very last question, obviously I purchased my Square Mini and my Chanel card holder in the camellia print in lambskin. So the other questions, my boyfriend's thoughts on my handbags. So at first, okay, my boyfriend is like, he like, after, now that we've been together for like four plus years, he's actually really grown into appreciating luxury, because he's actually seen the quality service, the actual quality in the products, versus compared to like things that he would have normally bought from, like, say, Banana Republic, French Connection, and stuff like that. Because when you obviously, when you compare something made in Europe, like something made in Italy, versus something made in China, that from a company that doesn't really care about customer service as much as like luxury does, you really can't compare. Because you can, like, with a luxury product, you can really feel the quality, and that it will last you a very long time. And I told my boyfriend that, I showed him all of that stuff within my collection on YouTube, even like, and he knows about my channel now. So, and I think he watches, I'm not sure, but yeah, so he's actually appreciated a lot more into luxury. Before, he really couldn't understand like what the big amazing thing about it was. I mean, he knew it was great quality and stuff like that, but he didn't like understand the full like craziness about it. And there was actually one time where I actually bought my second Fendi Monster Proof, and he honestly did not really take into liking of that, because he didn't see it as being a thing that I could use. He said basically, for the amount of money you got that Fendi Monster Proof for, you could have gotten another bag or shoes or whatnot. Anything luxury that you can use, not like a little poof thing that just hangs off your purse. And I agree with him. After that, I was like, okay, no, I get what you mean. And he kind of knocked some sense into me a little bit in my collection. So that's why sometimes you'll see me say some things are not worth with, some of the things that, other people say in the handbag luxury that say it's totally worth the money. So he definitely knocked some sense into me. Not fully, but just like a little bit. So, and after the Alma bracelet incident, will you purchase anything else from LV? So, long story short, for those who do not know, I have my Alma bracelet from Louis Vuitton, and there's an issue where the clasp was just loose. And so I took it in, and they put it in for repair. My essay at the time, she actually replaced my essay that left LV and went to another place. So, I dealt with her. I bought a couple bags from her and whatnot. So I had like no problems up until now. And, I gave that into repair back in like early February. And then I asked for it back like sometime like around end of March, because she said it would take about 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, that's like totally, that's way over, like, that's way over the limit, the time that she gave me, because I asked for it at the end of March. So, and she's like, there's this whole drama where, okay, I got fed up because she kept giving me excuses, and that, oh, actually, I actually put down on your repair slip that it would actually take 8 to 10 weeks. And I said, no, you said 4 to 6 weeks. And I would really like to wear this before I go on my Asia trip. Hence the reason why I am giving it to you in repair so early. Hence, I only bought the bracelet like a month before I put it in for repair. So it's like, obviously, I want to expect it because I haven't had the chance to use it. So she kept giving me bullshit excuses, and to the point where I said, you know what, I'm at a point right now, because it's been so long, I've actually forgotten about the bracelet. I don't want the bracelet anymore. I actually want my money back. And so she was like, well, I can't do that because it's already been sent in for repair. And I said, well, can you make sure that it gets it's sent back to me sometime soon before I go on my trip, like next week or something. And yeah, she, again, still same excuses. So I got fed up and I called customer service line, and they actually told me the reason why. Because they're actually waiting on the part for it to arrive from Europe. So I said, okay, well, that's not what the store told me. And instead of giving me crazy excuses, why not tell me the truth? And he said, yeah, that's pretty bad service. Like, that's not right. So the next day I call her back, and I was like, can I speak to a manager? And she goes, oh, actually, I'm the manager now. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I felt kind of embarrassed, but at the same time, just like, whatever, you're giving me attitude. You think you're amazing now because you're a manager. So, yeah, and then she's like, well, because it's been this long, and we want you to, love our service and products at Louis Vuitton, I will actually give you a new one. So I said, oh, okay, thanks, perfect. And like, then afterwards she sent an email back, like a confirmation. And then she sent another email like 10 minutes after saying, oh, and by the way, I am the store manager of Louis Vuitton here at Holt Renfrew Bloor Street. And I didn't reply back because I was like, okay, she's trying to make a point that she's more powerful because she's a manager at Louis Vuitton. Like, I don't give a crap. So I went back to the store that day after she called me, and it was very awkward. She was very, like, she didn't, usually whenever I see her, she makes, like, conversation with me. This time she didn't. She was just like, here's the bracelet, please inspect, did the transaction, and then I just left. And then that's it. And I haven't gone back to see her ever since then. I actually like went to the Maison store and found someone, but I haven't bought anything from Louis Vuitton in a long time because of that incident, and because like I don't see anything that I really, really want from them. And because of that service, I'm just like, why give $5,000 of my money or more or whatever to a company who's going to like jip me for a faulty product that's gonna like need repair in a month, and then I'm gonna not have it for like 2 to 3 months. Like, that's just insane. So I've and that's the reason why another reason why I've fallen back. Like I've gone away from going crazy over purchasing luxury items because customer service in Toronto in general is the worst. No one's really genuine. The only the only time they're genuine is if you show up with like millions of dollars and are spending millions of dollars in the store, or look like you have millions of dollars. That's just a thing in Toronto. It's yeah. So I'm not gonna go more into it. So that is my video for you guys. If you guys would like, please drop me some questions below this video, and I will answer it in my next one. Probably, like, I'll probably do this like once every month or so, or whenever I feel like, posting these videos up or making these videos. So they're gonna be sporadic, because I you know I am kind of like pretty busy right now, so like personally. But anyways, please ask me questions below and I will answer it in my next video. They can be about anything, just not so personal, like about personal life, like where exactly I work and where exactly I live and how much money I have, and stuff like that. So thanks guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Catherine is a cat. You will see all of my, or not all of my, but like my daily bags that I'm wearing, my outfits of the day and bags of the day and what I'm doing and stuff like that. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you have a great and fantastic day. Bye bye.